for you, Sanja, you are so in the admissions service. Tell us what is the procedure to enroll, to get into that master's degree, to finally obtain a degree here at Sciences Po?
So it is a 3-step procedure, and it is a way for applicants to introduce themselves to Sciences Po and explain why they want to get to Sciences Po and to explain what are their achievements and their projects. So it's very important to have these 2 things in mind: what they want us to know about them, and also why they are interested in Sciences Po and the specific graduate program they are applying to. So when I was mentioning the 3 steps procedure, it means that everything is online. So in the first part, applicants prepare their application online. They can do it gradually, which means that they open their application and they have to submit it before the deadline. But they can go back and put documents at their speed and pace, and then
that's actually quite interesting, because I think, Dominik, you applied to online, and just as an example, that was brilliant in the sense that you could add as many documents as you wanted, and I think that was a very good advantage you were saying earlier.
Yeah, I must say that I found the application procedure unprecedented in comparison to all the other master's programs, because, for example, when you apply to LSE or somewhere in Berlin, usually what you have to submit is just your transcript, a cover letter, and a CV. And it tends to be very rigid, and it's more difficult for you to stand out. So whereas what Sciences Po is doing, it has a complex application process where you can actually add up any certificates, any documents, any recommendation letters, basically anything that adds up to your profile to make it visible to the admissions department that there's some spark in you that perhaps the university should try to develop or help.
And we're looking at everything.
And you're looking at everything, and this is why you have so many, I imagine, applicants with all these documents attached to each
Exactly. But we are interested in our applicants. We want to know who they are and why they come to Sciences Po. So in the first part, they submit their application with as many documents as they find relevant for their profile. And then in the second part, we look at their applications and we decide whether they go to the second round or not. And how do we do it? We have academic criteria for all applicants for country of studies. And
in fact, I have one question that was asked here via our website. Is there a minimum GPA required for admissions? That is one question from hopefully maybe a future student.
For graduate studies, yes, we do have, and the information is available on our website, sciencespo.fr/admissions, and there you go and you have a list of countries, and for each country we have a GPA. So the GPA is important, but it is not the only element that we take into account when we look at an application. We're looking for excellent applicants, but also applicants who are very involved in and passionate about the world they live in. We want applicants who know why they want to come to Sciences Po, why they're interested in energy, finance, or other subjects. And we look also at their CVs, their academic references, professional references if they already have some professional experience, and very important part of the letter, personal statement. Personal statement is very important because we do not have interviews for graduate international procedures. So personal statement is the way to show your interest, your project, your academic and career goals, and it is a way to introduce yourself to Sciences Po community. So when we decide whether the applicant is going to the second round or not, we organize a selection committee, and this is the final stage of the application procedure when we discuss all the applications, and it is a very important part of the application process because we invite professors, academic advisors, and representatives of Sciences Po community to speak about these applications, and Cornelia knows very well this process, and after that we decide whether the applicant is admitted or not. And all this takes, we would say, up to 2-3 months at maximum, which means that international procedure is currently open until the mid-March, 15th of March. So earlier you supply, your application, you submit your application,
Yes.
earlier you have the answer. If you are waiting until the end of the procedure, which means mid of March, then you will get your results in June.
Much later,
Yes.
of course. So do you remember
I should just add, it's good to apply early because your chances are quite good early on. At the end, we might come to certain degrees which have their spaces filled up. So I encourage everybody to apply now and not wait until the last day because, of course, as always, we get a lot of applications at the last minute.
Which I'm sure you did, right, Dominik?
Yeah, maybe just as a manifestation that you really look very deep into the profiles of the candidates is my case, where I applied for international energy, but then I received a response 2 months or 3 months later on asking me whether I don't want to consider the master's in international security because my background was rather in security. So it really proved that the admissions department tries to find the best fit for the student.
But you stuck to energy.
Yeah, I decided to stick to energy.
Sciences Po.